Hi guys, I've been watching some Viking themed programs lately, and so I've decided to have a go at casting some Viking jewellery. In particular, I wanted to have a go at making Thors Hammer, which looks a bit like this. For something this small and detailed, I wanted to go with lost wax casting, and I used this wax. It's fabulous to work with, it tools very well and can even be sanded. I was able to cut away the rough shape I was looking for using a bandsaw. I transferred the pan onto the wax with just the pressure of an ordinary ballpoint pen. After that, it was just a matter of trying to learn to relief carve wax, something I've never done before. I found lightly scratching away what wasn't wanted worked quite well, but my respect for jewellery makers has grown considerably. Eventually I came up with a wax model I was happy with. This got mounted to a wax sprue and set in investment plaster. The plaster was cooked according to the manufacturer's instructions to burn out the wax and prepare the plaster for casting. Once it was ready, I was able to get on with melting some metal. The pour went well, and I plunged the hot flask into some cold water as always, and I have to admit this is my favourite part. Unfortunately, the result wasn't so good. The casting wasn't properly formed, and it was even hollow in places. That meant I had to carve another wax pattern. This time I decided to go a little old school and include a vent. I also introduced the feed to the bottom of the pattern first, so that as the void receives metal, any trapped air gets pushed up and out through the vent. I set this in plaster as before, cast it, and it still didn't turn out very well. After much swearing and shaking fists at the casting gods, I took a closer look at the plunge video. Did you see it? There's molten metal there. The metal is supposed to freeze inside the plaster and then be plunged to free the casting. However, I think there was such a large ratio of plaster here that it actually insulated the metal, keeping it molten. If you look at the casting again, you can see how a detailed shell had been formed. But when the flask was plunged, the energetic reaction of the plaster created a vacuum that sucked out all the molten metal, creating this hollow shell. That meant I had to carve another wax pattern. And by now I was frankly sick of it. Again I added a vent and I cast everything as before. But this time I let everything cool down for a good hour before plunging. So after a little cleanup and some paint in the recess areas, here it is. And I don't think it looks too bad. It did take a long time to clear away that plaster, but it was worth it, I think. For my first attempt at casting jewellery, I'm quite pleased, and I don't think it looks too bad as a Thors hammer. I certainly hope you enjoyed this one, guys. And if you did, please like it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my other videos. Please do send in your comments and questions, as it's always great to hear from you guys. So that's it for now. Take care, and thanks for watching.